Hey, welcome to my channel. Laura Gallen here with Mountain Prairie Living, empowered by ERA Shields. And in today's video, we're going to take a drive through Woodland Park. Kind of fast. I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do in and around Woodland Park. If you live in Colorado Springs and you're watching this video, you can see the amount of campgrounds and everything that can be found up there. If you're considering a move because you could live anywhere in the US, Woodland Park is quite an amazing place to raise a family, but it has so much really close to the city, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that today. So we're taking a quick drive straight up Highway 24 west towards Woodland Park. It's actually quite a beautiful drive. It takes about 15 minutes. It's a little windy, and during the winter time, of course, if it's not passable, they will close it, but majority of the time it is actually open. So many people do live in Woodland Park and actually drive into Colorado Springs to work. So it's a wonderful place to live if you were to get out of your stressful job and come home to this area. It might be worth it for you. So take a look as we come into the main part of the city here. This is about City Central. We're going to head up and I'm going to show you a couple things. There's several restaurants along here, fast food, but also restaurants. There are apartments and townhouses on the left side. It is actually a dinosaur museum here because a lot of dinosaur fossils. This is a beautiful mountain furniture store, and then there's this great deli, very yummy sandwiches, a very homey feel to it. And then, of course, my favorite place coming up here, always go up here when we have guests. It only takes 15 minutes and we buy donuts. They're amazing, huge donuts, as big as your arm, and I'm not exaggerating. So we're going to veer off and we're going to go north on Highway 67. There's quite a few neighborhoods and townhouses and new builds and existing homes out here, and a little bit later in the video I'm going to take you through some of those neighborhoods. But it's very quickly we're getting on the outside of Woodland Park, and you'll start to see that the city of Woodland Park is actually surrounded by over 1 million acres of Pikes National Forest. There are campground after campground, and of course there's miles and miles of walking and bike riding paths going out into those areas. So if you had little ones and you wanted to test out camping, it's great because you're not too far from the house. If you lived in Woodland Park, in a 5 to 10 minute drive, you could be at a campground, teach them about camping, and if maybe it got too chaotic, you could actually go home, which is a really nice part of how close this accessibility to the National Forest is. And of course, you can see the beauty as we're speeding through here. I've actually ridden this bike path, and I believe we went on for about 8 or 9 miles and then came back. So it's a wonderful ride. It's a little bumpy in some areas because of the weather, but it's absolutely stunning views as you're riding. We actually have gone up to where I'm going to turn around in a moment or so, to Manitou Lake, and it's a beautiful small little lake. You can fish. You can take like a boat on there, but you can't swim in it. I believe it is a reservoir, but it's beautiful. You can take little walks around, and it's perfect for the kids because there's a little wetland area with paths over the waterways. So you can see the birds and the fish that our habitat is natural there. It's just beautiful up there. And this is where we're going to turn around at Lake Manitou. And when you come back and you start heading, I think it's south on Highway 67, We're going to head back towards Woodland Park. It's absolutely stunning. So we're going to start to see the beautiful view, the backside view of Pikes Peak. To the right, you'll see that there's a golf course up here. The altitude in Woodland Park is about 8,400 feet above sea level. So you do have to acclimate if you're coming from a lower altitude, but it's so worth the adjustment. Look at what you get to live within. So we're coming back into the city limits. It's that quick and you're in the National Forest. Woodland Park is surrounded by Pikes National Forest. Look at that view. Is that amazing? Now we're coming up on a community. It's one on the outside edge of Woodland Park, Colorado. And the homes here are probably in the mid 500s to maybe 700,000. There's the Shining Ridge golf course. Of course, it's covered in snow right now. They also have a Frisbee golf course there and a beautiful restaurant. So here's the reserve. Now the homes up here, they're all semi-custom. So as you take a look through here, just enjoy. They're all a little different and they have quite a bit of space in between each one. The population of Teller County as of 2019 was 25,388. The population of Woodland Park as of 2021 was 8,119. The elevation, as I mentioned before, is about 8,400 feet above sea level. The median house price for a single-family residence as of May 2021 was $465,000. The average sales price in Teller County for a single family was about $492,109. For a condo or townhouse in Teller County, the median and average sales price was $222,500. In May of 2021, 55 properties sold in Teller County. In April of 2021, 46 properties sold in Teller County. On average, each day there is anywhere between 60 and 70 listings in Teller County alone. As you can probably guess, there's quite a bit of wildlife up here. It's not uncommon to find deer, bear, mountain lion, bobcats, quite a few, probably turkeys, and that a variety of animals will be very abundant up here because of course we're up in the mountains, and it's quite cool to see when it happens. There is a hospital located in Woodland Park. It has a trauma center, but most of the time, if it's very severe, they will do a flight for life down into the Colorado Springs hospitals. There are a lot of extending neighborhoods which are all around that City Central drive that I took. So this is just a snapshot of some of the homes that you can find up there. They do have a mountain feel. They are all a little different. There are builders still building properties up there, and of course you can always buy a lot and have a builder build one for you, but it is a beautiful area. In town, there is a variety of townhouses and apartment complexes, so there is a wide range of rentals as well as single family homes. And of course, look at that spectacular view. We are now moving east on Highway 24 again, moving back towards Manitou Springs. And as we come out of the city, this is some of the views that you see. There is hiking up there. So the last thing we see as we're heading back east is the Walmart, which is coming up. And then you hit Cristola, Colorado, which is the actual border of Teller County and El Paso County. And there's the Walmart. And then we just head back down the mountain. There are a few communities in that crevice going down, and I'll do another video on that, so stay tuned if this is an area that seems like someplace you'd want to live. So if Woodland Park looks like an area that you might consider as a permanent home or a second home, then feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below. I post information every week about Colorado Springs, the surrounding area, the local market. I do a daily real estate market in a minute video. So if that information is of interest to you, then please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching.